Hey everybody, this is Nick Mayhew, three-time gold medalist and three-time world record holder, and you're listening to Power 98.5.
We don't play the social game. We are social. Power 98.5. You're listening to Power 98.5, powered by United Angels Dream, your number one resource for public relations, entertainment, and multimedia. Contact them today at unitedangelsdream.com.
Hi, this is Dan Aykroyd. He's progressive. He's beautiful. He's thoughtful. He's intelligent. He's powerful. He's positive. He is Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio.
Empowering listeners from the US to the UK. Live on air with Stephen Cuoco.
Happy Sunday to you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from here and all around the world. I am Stephen Cuoco, your host, live on air with Stephen Cuoco on Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. It is a great, beautiful sunny day. Winter weather is almost out of here. All right, so we've got our team out there in Manchester, UK. We've got our team in New York City, and now we are also in Las Vegas, Nevada. So this is where I am at currently. We are growing Power 98.5 Satellite Radio, where the reach is now in 200 countries on record and counting. You can catch all the latest from Digital Journal to Yahoo Finance, Yahoo Entertainment, Lux Curves Magazine, talking about everything Stephen Cuoco and Power 98.5 Satellite Radio. I have with me today very good friends of mine. We've been talking for some time now, looking to get this interview put together. They've been very patient. Michael and Zach Zakar, they are the authors of the new hit talked about book, From Here and to the Other Side of the Country, How to Be Fucking Happy by Michael and Zach Zakar. I'm going to give a little bit of a detailed description about this book, and we're going to go deeper. So don't let the title fool you. It makes a lot of sense, not only when you read inside, but this really is more than a self-help book. It is a self-reflection, a mirror image opportunity of written content that is really well done. Michael and Zach share incredible details about their past. We're going to find out more about what brought this together, why they wrote this book, How to Be Fucking Happy. But let me tell you this, okay? Here's what it's written on the back. We're not doctors or even Dr. Phil's. We're two college dropouts writing from our experiences of shitty interactions with shitty people. How often do we run into that every day? All right. We thought the older we became, the more in control we'd be of our happiness. Well, we were fucking wrong. How to Be Fucking Happy works as a blueprint to one's happiness by examining your traumas and triggers. Think of this as poor man's therapy through journaling. Reading isn't the only thing that'll aid you in this journey of self-enlightenment. You'll need to be active. Happiness takes practice. So grab a pen because you're writing this story too. So with us today, Michael and Zach Zakar of How to Be Fucking Happy. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing extremely well, and honestly, this is impressive. I want to thank you for the autograph signed copy of this book. Bring us up to speed. Why did you write this book, How to Be Fucking Happy?
So Michael and I are writers based on experience. Our first book, Brand a Gateway, our coming out story, that was just another kind of way of self-reflection. We wrote our experiences through coming out, which turned into the book. And how we write is just what's important to us. So this book kind of came out after a really dark time during the COVID era. And
I think Zach was going through a big breakup, and whose mental health isn't crap after a breakup, and he wanted to help himself by helping others, and we kind of collaborated on this new journal because, like he was saying, when we came out, journaling was kind of our way of helping us not be so depressive while coming out, and we wanted to do the same with our second book. We wanted to mirror the journaling, and how to be fucking happy is kind of straightforward because we think with your mental health, it has to be straightforward.
yeah, I mean, basically, Michael and I write what's important to us. And the first book was coming out. The second book is
Mental health.
I've got the book here with me right now.
Thank God someone has that.
Did anybody let me see, how to find happiness, read, write, reflect. Honestly, and anybody who knows me, and as you guys know, I don't blow smoke up people's ass. I'm not going to airbrush this. This is something that you're going to spend the rest of your lives looking forward to, because where we are at in a world and where things are going, when you think about pandemic, people talking about getting back to normal, for what it's worth, there is no such thing. We have what is called evolution. The world and life will always change. That's the rule of law. Nothing will ever stay the same. I truly believe not only is this book, How to Be Fucking Happy, by you, Michael and Zach Zakar, is going to make a huge difference now. People are going to stop and read. I've got this book. I want to thank you for this complimentary autograph book. This is something for years to come, because the fact of it is when we look at emotional and mental health, depression, anxiety, pre-pandemic, and then all the pandemic did is it just fucking pulled the rug up, pulled everything up, knocked down every window, door, building. It knocked down people's houses, theoretically. And it said, you need to fucking look at yourself, your family, your friends, your environment, your home, your decisions, your job, and everything. This truly is brilliantly put together. And I'm going to tell you why. So I'm going to go to, because there are so many gems here. All right, here, what is this? So on this page, let's start with the simple warm up. This is called the fuck you test. All right. So you guys offer this suggestion. Write what is bothering you. You know what? You're going to need to get pages, because for me to put, list on this page, this is always going to change. None of this is going to ever stay the same. This is going to be a go back to, through every season, through every year, through every holiday, through every, momentum that happens in your life. You're going to have to start getting pen and or paper, and you're going to have to journal outside of this.
You know what? What we write in the book, I always tell people that a lot of us are just used to being sad. That emotion of being happy is kind of not the norm for a lot of us. Being depressed is honestly a norm. So we kind of don't question our mental health. I think a lot of people are just used to being sad. And
I mean, look at mental health in general. It wasn't really talked about 10 years ago. And even in the last 5 years, how big of a trend it's come. And that's why we wanted to take our hand at mental health, because for a lot of Middle Eastern people and people of color, mental health isn't talked about. Our mom doesn't even when we told her we even had therapists at one point, she was like, "Why? Are you crazy?" Because you have to be crazy to want to fix your mental health.
Here, let's say, so welcome to Anxiety Anonymous. Nice to have you. We are the co-founders of this exclusive club, Michael and Zach Zakar. So finish the sentence how you see fit. First question, right now I am, okay. Then you ask again, finish the sentence, how do you see fit? I want to be. I really, really respect and love how you guys put this together. It is so simple to ask a simple question, and all you have to do is just pause and go into yourself and look for the truth of, how do I really feel? How is my life feeling to me right now? I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important that, who you say you're writing the story, because everyone's going to be different. They're simple questions, but it's going to have a million different answers.
I mean, it's basically the basic question: are you fucking happy? And it's that simple question that spirals into so many different mini questions, and that's kind of what the book explores.
All right, so let me see here. What I like to point out, this is on page 35. In one word, how do you view yourself? And I'm going to go on by sharing, we can't control how others see us, but we can control how we see ourselves. Humans tend to fixate on their flaws, which reflects the worst version of themselves. Be cautious to see the version of yourself you want to be, not what you think of others want you to be. So tell us, Michael and Zach, how do you truly see yourself right now in your life? You recently had a move. You're in LA. You're working on scripts. You're working on shows. Hopefully, you'll have your own television show. Share with us.
That's the goal.
What is your life like now? How do you feel? Rephrase. How do you like your life and yourself now, where you are from where you've come from in the last couple months?
I will say, like, and it sounds like motherfucking Teresa. I think we've just been living more honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, LA's been a struggle. It's just trying to, get around the lifestyle of Hollywood.
I think when they truly say, if you can't enjoy the journey, then what is the point of the destination?
Yeah,
and
I think it's amazing. We're living more honestly. We're struggling here and there, in general, just to understand, to break our way into the field. But I've never been happier. I mean, I'm scared sometimes because things don't really make sense out here.
LA is its own little world sometimes, but I think it's exciting. It's fun. We've never been in a place so creatively fueled, and
I mean,
you can't be more than happy than just living out what you're attempting or what you're trying to do.
Are you happy right now, Michael?
I'm always happy.
Are you? We say in the book, happiness isn't like you don't read our book and then become happy the rest of your life. Happiness is, I think, the main focus in this book is to find an inner peace. So when things do get chaotic, you kind of have that calm middle ground. This book is most likely, it's not to be fucking happy, it's to stop you from panicking.
It's to be fucking realistic, and that starts with realizing that not everything in your life is going to be perfect or specifically happy. And if you can't work around those unhappy moments, then you really can't find happiness.
Yeah. And in this book and your lifestyle works in two ways. You say, if you just live honestly, that's it. Like, you can't really, I found myself, I've been very honest with myself, and, I'm in a new relationship where I'm just being honest, and I feel like it's the most successful relationship I had. I feel like everything I'm doing moving forward is very happy in my sense, because we're just being honest. And I think that's how a lot of people need to live, just being completely open and honest.
What are the goals and expectations that you have for this book, and who would be, it could be an obvious answer, but realistically, who could this book be best for?
That's like a very general question, or a hard question for us, because when we were writing it, it's like, okay, well, who deals with mental health? And honestly, everyone deals with mental health. So I think there's a very specific portion in the book that can relate to everyone, because we cover everything from love to careers to friendships. And, maybe your love isn't the problem right now. Maybe it's your career, or maybe your friends aren't the problem. It's your family.
Honestly, our book is in 5 sections: careers, like love, all the other things. We should have, in my opinion, made a book where it's 5 separate,
separate books.
One book on love, one book on careers,
one book on friendship.
So this book is really for anyone, because it kind of hits all points.
And that's why we kind of keep it very general of how to be fucking happy, and very straightforward, because it is for a general audience to understand, hey, these are your problems, and your problems aren't necessarily unique to the world, because everyone's dealing with the same problems in a different manner.
Yeah, and I mean, it's kind of, here's the problem. It's easy to identify your problems. Like, it's easy to say where your problems like lean. It's hard to know what to do with those problems.
I don't think so. I think a lot of people don't know their problems sometimes, and that's why I think our book is very helpful, because as obvious as some problems are, some people don't want to admit their own problems, and seeing it in writing is so helpful.
Are you guys in the same room? Where are you?
We are in the same room.
All right, make sure Zach is close to that phone up there.
Zach sounds like he's an alien.
Hi,
No, it sounds like he's far away.
I'm right here, baby.
He's very close to me. Too close.
I'm literally on top of Michael.
Are you really? I don't know why you sound so
Well,
far.
not on top, not on top.
We live in LA, and our house is a shoebox. Yes, we're on top of each other.
What's it been like since this book release? How warm, welcoming has the community or people? How has it been for you?
It's been a little bit of a struggle for book 2, because with book 1, Pray the Gay Way, we were able to travel the U.S. and kind of get our name out there. And we kind of released this book in the middle of COVID, so it's been harder to really get the name out there. And honestly, and this sounds really not stupid, but I think a lot of people, because we are social media, and we're a little younger, it's a little harder for people to be like, oh, they know about mental health, and that's why we say these are our experiences.
I believe it's been good. I mean, if you look at the reviews on Amazon, like, they speak for themselves. Hair flip. But it's mental health is so it's touchy, because people get defensive, and they don't really love everyone's advice, and that's why you have to take it with a grain of salt. And getting our story out there is a little different with mental health. I don't know if that made sense.
I don't know if any of that.
It's okay. You
Say your answer.
I got confused. You made me confused.
What was the question? Michael confused me. That's how confused I am.
No, you're
we
good.
confuse each other.
No, you're good. I believe you've already answered it, and that's the beauty of who you both are. Seriously, it's the beauty of what you both are about as people.
We're chronic overthinkers.
I honestly, like, when Michael and I love Pray the Gay Way, our first book, but I fucking love this book. I love the idea of mental health. I love exploring that. You know, I'm not saying it's a personality trait, but, like, you know, we're all fucked up in different, like, I mean, so it's really fun that we just wrote this book that forever go down in history as for helping people. Like, our first book was literally to help ourselves. This book is to help someone else, and I love that.
What would be next when it comes to the goals and expectations of how to be fucking happy? What would be your goal and expectation for the exposure for
honestly,
people?
The second book there was really no, I mean, Michael and I kind of just like wanted to release the second book because it sounds really dull. We were so bored with our first book, and we were marketing that for 3 years, that we were like, okay, we kind of Michael and I wrote 5 other books, and this was the first book that, like, was the most important to us. I'm like, well, I do like this idea. Let's further expand this, finish it. And
I think as writers, we don't write for purpose. We write for the love of writing, and that's so ugly to say, because, you know, at the end of the day, yes, buy my book on Amazon. I want profit. I want money. But at the end of the day, you really want to put your voice out there, and you really want people to understand your voice and really take away something. And from Pray the Gay Way, we had so many people say they put down the book, they cried, they loved it, it made them reflect on their own coming out journey. And with this one, we didn't want to hit only a gay audience. We wanted to hit a general audience that could say, hey, I want to fix myself. Because when me and Zach were done with the book, How to Be Fucking Happy, we sat down and said, wow, that could really help someone. And that's
I think my goal outside of, I think my own personal goal outside of helping people and, you know, making money, it was to show the world that Michael and I can write outside of ourselves. And I think a lot of our projects have been a little too on the nose of who we are, and this project was just showing people that, you know, we're good writers. I mean, that's why I love this book.
Zach wrote it because he thinks he's a good writer.
I think it's I'm proud of that. I'm not saying it's different book, but it's very well written in my POV of my thoughts.
What I want to do is express page 113. Here's something, and it's a discussion, I was sharing with you guys before we went live, that can happen over and over and over again for every situation, whether death, whether transition, job, whatever. So on page 113, write a letter to the person or event you want closure from. Spill your fucking heart out. This is common, and I believe it is called associating writing, something like that. Because when I was younger as a kid, my counselor suggested this to help resolve, I was not able to, if I wasn't able to have a conversation, I was in foster care. And then when I was adopted, if I wanted to have, write something, to my mom or my stepdad, or even to myself, my past self, my future self, or to write something presently, to how I'm feeling, and when I'm being stubborn and not wanting to have self-reflection, or when I feel like what I'm thinking of feeling is correct and I refuse to budge on what I'm thinking of feeling, what would I write to my alter self? Or something to where, like, if I'm angry, would I write something to my happy self? Or when I'm happy, what would I write to myself that's angry? Does that make sense to you? This is really, really good.
Well, thank you. And I think it's so important for people to get closure, because let's say for people going through breakups, a lot of us don't get closure, and so you kind of have to accept that, and it sucks. But it's like, if you can't accept that life is crazy and you can't move with all the crazy things that life gives you, you have to accept this is currently where you are, and to accept you may never get closure on some of the situations.
I think with closure, how I view closure, it's very black or white. I think this is how I personally view it, and a lot of us, what causes this depression is we linger in the grave. Like, it's honestly, a lot of it's either, you get it or you don't, and you either have to move forward and kind of accept that, or stay in this gray area and kind of linger in the depression. And that's a really hard thing to grasp.
True.
You need a lot of your happiness depends on you, and it's not coming from the ex. It's not coming from the people who don't appreciate you. It's coming from yourself, and it takes time. I always say, we say mental health is just time. It's hard to this funk, and it's not saying oh, just be happy. It's not that. It's having those open-ended conversations with yourself and saying working with yourself and being do you want to waste another day being depressed? That's the conversation you need to have with yourself.
Before we close out, and we will have you guys back on again, I would like to do a recap of this book, whether it be a month or 2 months or so. And when we do, stay in the line, because I'll have a little bit of a conversation with you after we close out. Is there anything that should have been asked about this book, or that we should know before we move forward onto our weekend?
No,
I think
it's available on Amazon.
And I think if you're struggling with any breakups, if you have issues with family or friends, if you're just looking to be a little more happy than you are right now, this book is the one for you.
We say, smoke a blunt, buy a book, read it, and
have a glass of wine.
Reflect on your life.
And this is running popular on Amazon, right?
We're very popular on Amazon.
Very popular.
We are Amazon bestsellers.
Are you? Did you really meet that goal?
We did.
Holy shit. Yes, 36 ratings. Holy crow. Wow.
This is a new book.
This
But
one's newer. I said, Pretty Gateway, we
has,
have over 100 reviews. And like I said, we're self-published, which is great. We're we're doing all our own work.
all of our marketing.
Kind of like this book, you do all your own work. Maybe one day you can have a manager or assistant helping
You can be like Steven one day. But for today,
then you're the Zakar twins.
You guys are so awesome. I'm going to read a review here. So this is by Bob G. 5 stars. I'm super impressed. You guys all across the board, 5 stars for this book. Doesn't pretend to have all the answered. All right, here's what Bob wrote. I ordered this largely to support the Zakar brothers in their business ventures. But I was seriously surprised how thought-provoking it is. In fact, this book is perfect, and Bob put that all in capitalizations, perfect for folks who have tried self-help books without success. The book's main idea is to get used to the idea of sweet Jesus. Something or another. Forgive me. Maybe you got impermanence. I've never seen that word before. And takes that info as permission to free oneself from the daily burdens we all feel. Here's what I needed in my life. This is by Maddie's Daddy, 85. I ordered 2, one for me and one as a gift. I loved it so much I ordered 5 more. Who can beat $5 a book? And that's what everyone's getting for Christmas. Very insightful and humorous. Wow, they started out with 2 and got 5 more.
Well, we had a little book deal that we did for a week. We had it for $5, I think.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. It's not $5 now.
No, but no, I see it here.
Price.
$10.99 for paperback, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, it really is worth it. I mean, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. A humorous and heartfelt self-help memoir and journal combination book. That is so true. Great read, insightful and funny. I loved it. Relatable, funny, and helpful. I'm really proud of you guys. I mean, these reviews are not just, someone put 5 stars. They're really writing what it means for them. Like there's nice paragraphs throughout, not just one sentence, but paragraphs. I mean, my goodness, Troy Walker wrote a huge testimony here. Wow, a humorous and heartfelt.
That's what our writing does.
Yeah, wow.
We know what we're doing. We might look stupid, but we know how to write.
No, you guys do not look stupid. Don't even. I like it. How to Be Fucking Happy by the Zakar twins, Michael and Zach. A workbook to your inner happiness. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
My mom that created all my mental health issues. This one's for you, Iman.
Oh. And go to, is it Instagram? You guys are hot to trot on Instagram.
Everything is at Zakar twins.
Everything is at Zakar twins. Instagram, TikTok.
Our website. Everything.
We're actually going to go. Where do I have it? I just had it up. Where are you? Give us your website.
It's Zakar twins, ZAKAR twins.life.
.life.
Yeah, we had a problem with the. It's very weird. So we are .life now.
I like that though. That's different. I never knew there was a .life.
Everything's now.
We almost bought .club. We don't want to talk about
The Zakar twins .club would be cute.
Is that yours?
No, we
had ZakarTwins.com, and last year during COVID, it got messy with like.
We had a company that took it over, and then the rights for it are weird. I don't understand internet rights. .life.
Okay. So ZakarTwins.life. And just so you guys know, as you're moving forward, be mindful with the contracts you're signing, you're working, because you guys are really raising a bar and you are really becoming, you've got a name for yourselves, but it's now, especially with this book, 33, 5-star reviews. Don't underestimate yourselves. I know sometimes, especially, Zach, cutesy and he's funny, but I mean, seriously, really realize and know that you're building a business. Huh?
Thank you. Read like a filth, okay?
Yeah, I mean, you're building a business here. And the number one goal, and I'm saying this as a PR rep, you guys are perfectly designed to be who you are and what you're about. I mean that, no bullshit. At the same
Thank
time, when it comes to sponsors, investors, and all of that, let them know that both of you are serious businessmen. What you see online, what you see in your videos is one thing, but you are serious businessmen. And this book, How to Be Fucking Happy, proves it. The reviews prove it. 5 stars don't lie. The testimonials, paragraph after paragraph, not one sentence, paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of testimony. What I want to read here from your website, zakartwins.life. Who are we? We like to think of ourselves as the Middle Eastern Mary Kate and Ashley. We are entertainment writers located in Los Angeles. Our writing style finds the humor in dark subject matter, so let's work together. And be mindful to both you, Michael and Zach, as you're building this strong, impressive lifestyle and business for yourselves. To digress back, be mindful of who has your name, who has the rights to your look. Have an attorney look over that. Be careful of what you're signing, because just like what you recently experienced, that's what happens in all business, not just entertainment, is who has the rights to the name, who has the rights to the image of that. And that's the number one problem that people go through as music artists in a business when record labels take over, is they not only hijack their rights and royalties, but also their name and identity. So you guys have got it.
Thank you. We'll be more careful going forward. We'll hire you as our PR person.
Okay, let me know. You guys got an entertainment attorney?
We got me and Zach.
Oh, all right.
The Car Twins LLC has 2 employees. Michael and Zach.
Seriously, congratulations on everything. And I really hope both of you are proud of yourselves also.
We are. Thank you so much for having us on today.
You're welcome. So stay on the line. Thank you for tuning in live on air with Stephen Cook on Power 98.5 satellite radio. Really impressed by Michael and Zach Zakar. Get over to Amazon. I'm going to, bestseller, How to Be Fucking Happy by Michael and Zach Zakar. 5-star reviews, 33 and counting. Read those reviews. They do not lie. Paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. Not a couple one sentence, but their loyal readers really took it very serious and really made it a point to, just like the one, who had bought 2 books and then she went back and bought 5 more. That says a lot. I don't see, reviews like that. So you can recap this live episode with the Zakar twins. Their new hit, best-selling book, best-selling authors, How to Be Fucking Happy. We're going to do tomorrow, which is Monday. We're going to re-air this episode at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Wow. Super impressive. Super happy. Go to zakartwins.life and find out all great things about Michael and Zach Zakar. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe, enjoy the weather, and remember, the new normal is what you make of it. That's all I have to say.
Socials and let's connect.